Okay. Same question can be done with that formula also. This will be a under root of this square plus 2ab cos theta cos 27. Can we use this? R will be equal to root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Because there comes cos, therefore we call it cosine law also.
Yeah.
This you have to remember, as it is taught to you in the class also. So my question is based on this. So question based on this is, इसको हम ऐसे भी रिप्रेजेंट करते थे. Since r is equal to a plus b, therefore if we take the mod, it will be mod of a plus b, which is nothing but under root of this. And यहाँ पर जो a and b होते हैं, they are always magnitude. They can never be positive. ये फार्मूले में a and b are magnitude always, and they are always positive. ये स्क्वायर वाले तो पॉजिटिव हो ही जाएंगे, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम, है ना. बट यहाँ पे कभी जब हमने नेगेटिव वेक्टर करेंगे ना, देन यू विल हैव द कंफ्यूजन कि सर बी को नेगेटिव किया था तो माइनस लिखना है क्या. नहीं, उसमें एंगल विल चेंज. तो हियर देयर विल बी चेंजिंग. तो यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं करना है. नेगेटिव वेक्टर भी किया तो देयर यू कम may get confused there, but they always will be magnitude positive value. Vector addition is possible only between similar vector quantities. Here is my one question. Can you see the last question?
Fine.
Let's say you decide find maximum and minimum value of R. What is the maximum and minimum value of R? And at what angle they happen?
Okay. So minimum value of R will be at 90 degree.
No. Why 90? Because you think you cos 90 is 0. Therefore, you are thinking 90 or some other logic is there. But cos की वैल्यू 0 से भी कम हो सकती है उस वैल्यू के लिए मिनिमम. बिकॉज ये सब फिक्स है. ओनली डिसाइडिंग फैक्टर इज थीटा. ओनली डिसाइडिंग फैक्टर इज थीटा. थीटा व्हेन थीटा इंक्रीजेस, व्हेन थीटा इज 0, cos 0 is 1 maximum value. When theta is minimum, resultant is maximum. When theta increases, resultant decreases, and at angle of 180 degree between both vectors, this will be minimum. तो कॉमन सेंस से बोल सकते हैं. Suppose two forces are acting on the particle. When they are acting in the same direction, theta is 0, that they will be simply added. But when they are acting in opposite direction, they will be subtracted.
Yeah.
180 पर maximum आएगा, theta पर maximum आएगा. Let's see how we have done it. R will be maximum when cos theta is maximum. That is cos theta is 1 or theta is 0, है ना. इसमें वैल्यू पुट कर देंगे. cos theta become 1. This is nothing but a square plus b square. So plus 2ab, it is nothing but a plus b whole square. You know, it comes a plus b when both are acting in same direction. The maximum value is a plus b, which is at minimum angle. Theta is equal to 0. And for minimum r, cos theta should be minimum, which is minus 1, which is at 180 degree. When we put minus 1, this is the a minus b ka whole square or b minus a ka whole square. So r minimum will be a minus b or b minus a, whichever is bigger. उसमें से छोटे वाले को subtract कर देंगे. When it will happen? When one vector is this side, other is in opposite side. तो 180 degree पर है. Simply subtraction. तो 9th 10th में जो हम लोग प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते हैं, we take these two cases only. Opposite direction में minus है ना, ऐसे velocities थी या forces थे particularly, है ना, forces opposite direction में we take minus. This is the logic behind that. In other words, we are using vector there also without naming them. Naming it is vector. So here we are studying in detail different angles पे 90 degree पर and so on. Different angles पे पढ़ेंगे. These are the two extreme angles. Got it? So you can remember this. You don't have to write.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. So these are the two extreme cases. And one more conclusion we can draw. देखो, suppose एक common question, एक simple question के से समझते हैं. Suppose 3 Newton force and 4 Newton force है. तो maximum कितना हो जाएगा? 3 plus 4 is equal to 7.
Yeah.
Minimum कितना हो जाएगा? 4 minus 3, that is 1. तो जो resultant है, it will be within 7 and 1 inclusive of both. A plus B. This is nothing but A plus B. The resultant will be less than or equal to A plus B and greater than or equal to A minus B or B minus A, whichever is bigger. So resultant cannot go beyond this. Resultant or vector sum का magnitude cannot go beyond these limits. Clear?
Yes,
this is
sir.
useful information. Vector sum करते हैं तो we can come to know कि भाई simply add करके देख लिया, our answer should be less than that because angle is generally not 0 and 180. Some other angle is there. So simply A plus B करके देख लिया, so our answer should be less than that. If angle is not
That's a
0.
checkpoint.
Checkpoint. तो देखो ये क्वेश्चन में I am giving you from SC Verma. SCV का क्वेश्चन है इसी टॉपिक पे बेस्ड, which I told you. This is the question. So this is good question. Which of the sets given below may represent the magnitudes of three vectors adding to 0? अच्छा ये थोड़ा सा डिफरेंटली उन्होंने what they have done उसी पॉइंट को और एक स्टेप आगे गए. इसमें देखो एनी टू वेक्टर्स उनको हम ऐड कर लेंगे और थर्ड वेक्टर शुड बी इन अपोजिट डायरेक्शन, can manage 0. Like this you have to think. Take first two vectors, उनका vector. Okay, C is your answer.
I think that is the most possible way because
Okay.
that's the most.
Okay, let us check. पहले इसको चेक कर लेते हैं to make you more clear. हो सकता है तुम्हें थोड़ा भी डाउट. देखो 2 plus 4 कर लिया 6 हो गया. Third vector is 8, है ना? It cannot 6 cannot balance 8 at any angle.
Yeah.
है ना? Because third vector is going beyond the limit of this. Maximum value कितनी हो सकती है? 6. तो third vector जो है उसको 0 कर सकते हैं. Only same thing is here. अच्छा minimum भी देख सकते हैं. Suppose you take these two. इसका मैक्सिमम तो हो गया 12, तो 2 तो उसको बैलेंस कर ही नहीं सकता. इनका मिनिमम कितना हो गया 4, तो 2 बैलेंस कर नहीं सकता. तो you told C है ना, C को चेक करते हैं ना. तो 1 and 2 मैक्सिमम 3 हो गया, तो ठीक है. अपर लिमिट लास्ट वन इज 1, तो वी विल चेक लोअर लिमिट. 1 and 2 का डिफरेंस कितना है 1, तो दिस कैन बैलेंस इट अपोजिट, है ना. इन दोनों का आई मीन 1 and 1 को एक डायरेक्शन में कर दो, 2 को अपोजिट कर दो, दे विल बैलेंस.
तो सर वो एंगल 180 डिग्री तक बनेगा ना इसमें भी?
हाँ, we have to check out the extreme limits, either 180 और 0. अदर एंगल पे तो वो उसके अंदर है ना एक्सट्रीम लिमिट, तो 0 कराना है तो एक्सट्रीम लिमिट्स को ही सोचना पड़ता है. अदर एंगल विल आल्सो बी इंक्लूडेड. इसमें क्या है, व्हाट अबाउट दिस, इसके फर्स्ट 2 को 1.5 हो रहा है और 2 इट कैन नॉट बैलेंस 2, है ना. हाँ, सपोज ऐसे होता है. चलो एक और एग्जांपल आई एम गिविंग यू. फॉर एग्जांपल 1, 2 and 2.5. Can it give 0?
No.
कैसे बोल सकते हैं 0 दे सकते हैं? फर्स्ट 2 का मैक्सिमम कितना आएगा 3, मिनिमम कितना आएगा 1, तो ये बीच में ही है। फर्स्ट 1 2 को कुछ ऐसा सेट कर लो सर्टेन एंगल पे, ये 2.5 आ जाए, अब इसको 2.5 को अपोजिट लगा दो इसको, तो इट कैन बैलेंस,
Oh yeah.
है ना?
Okay.
तो थर्ड वन
तो बीच में
रेंज आप दिस,
balance कर देगा.
हाँ बीच में बैलेंस कर सकते हैं, एंगल हम सेट कर लें, इन दोनों का 2.5 आ जाए, है ना, मैक्सिमम 3 आ रहा है, तो इट इज विद इन द रेंज, मिनिमम 1 आ रहा है, तो 2.5 इज विद इन दैट लिमिट, जो a plus b like this are greater than a minus b. तो फर्स्ट टू एनी टू यू कैन टेक, ऐसा नहीं कि फर्स्ट टू लेना, टेक एनी टू। इस कंडीशन के साथ जो थर्ड जो रिमेनिंग वेक्टर है दैट इज देयर, तो देन इट कैन बी बैलेंस्ड टू 0। नाउ सेम, क्लियर, सेम क्वेश्चन कैन बी आस्क्ड लाइक दिस। अभी जैसे तुम्हारा यू आर स्टडिंग मैकेनिक्स है ना, या उसके बाद फोर्स के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, तो ऐसा बोल सकते हैं कि दीज आर द सेट ऑफ द फोर्सेस, ये फोर्सेस हैं, in which case particle can move without any acceleration.
Okay.
So this,
So rest of the 3 cases, I guess.
nahi, without any acceleration. Nahi, without any acceleration. Without acceleration. जिसमें नेट फोर्स 0 हो जाएगा, तो विदाउट एक्सेलेरेशन, बिकॉज एक्सेलेरेशन
अच्छा.
कम्स फ्रॉम द फोर्स,
Yeah.
एक्सेलेरेशन कम्स फ्रॉम फोर्स, तो जिसमें फोर्स
नहीं तो सर
0 नहीं हो पाता।
Yeah. So tell me
Getting-
if the net force is 0, so there is no external
acceleration is
force.
no external force, body can move without acceleration. Without acceleration means constant velocity.
Okay, I thought in a different way. I thought like the net force will be 0, so there will be a force acting on it, so that will be greater. So the body will be moving.
No, moving doesn't mean ki force required. That was what is called first Aristotle thought ki nahi, for motion velocity is required, nahi, force is required, but later on Galileo did the good experiment and came up with the idea that no force is required for the uniform motion, that is constant velocity.
So you were not taught like this.
Constant
I
velocity
was never taught
zero
that.
hota, you know. That is that we have to read it from beginning, है ना, तभी अपने को concept याद रहेंगे. In your book it may not be there that diagram, है ना, इसलिए
Yeah.
नहीं बताया होगा
No, but
मैंने.
in 9th and 10th also, I was not taught this. Like for every action to happen, there must be external force added to it. We were taught like this.
No, but 9th 10th level is not there, but whoever I am teaching now, I have the one batch of 9th, so I teach these all points right from the beginning. When they go in 11th standard, they will know all these points in beginning itself. 9th 10th का level नहीं रहता ना, if teachers teach you in that deep, but they can teach it. It is not difficult. These are the good points. I'll show you the diagram in next class. किस तरह
Okay,
से
so
I take
you
all the
got
points in 9th 10th
also.
itself. 9th 10th I have one batch 9th 10th का, that you know the Sharma sir. आप 9th 10th में किधर पढ़ते थे, किसके पास पढ़ते थे 9th 10th में?
With Milind sir.
मिलिंद सर इधर somewhere in NIT के आसपास के लक्ष्मी नगर.
नहीं
कहाँ
वाटोड़ा
पे
में.
मिलिंद सर?
वाटोड़ा में
अच्छा,
रहते हैं.
वाटोड़ा में रहते.
ये वर्धमान
Okay,
नगर में he is considered as the best teacher for 12th till 12th, but for math science. He doesn't teach science for 11th 12th, but for 9th 10th he teaches.
हाँ 9th 10th it is okay, it can be managed, science and maths, but 11th 12th difficult. We have to separate, either we can teach maths or we can teach physics, only one of them.
He
Other
teaches
cannot
maths.
do justice. He teaches maths, huh? Who
Yeah.
teaches physics that side?
He says to take a different tuition and all.